Hello everyone, welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Raymond, just like I promised you before. So today I'm going to take you through what we call the search strategy. Like the strategies you're supposed to go through when you're trying to make research is what we call the search strategy. So I'll open my document here, like the one I'm going to use to take you through the search strategy. So it's here. As you can see, the first slide shows this, what we call a search strategy, presented to you by Raymond, and this is my email. So what we shall start with today, we shall take a look at a brief description of what a search strategy is and the key concepts that are contained in what we call a search strategy. So first and foremost, a search strategy is a method or a plan that is used to systematically find relevant information on a particular topic or a search question. That's a brief definition of what a search strategy is. And so basically, the search strategy, it involves the identification of key concepts, the selection of the appropriate search terms, the determination of how to combine these terms that make you able to retrieve the most relevant results from a database or an information retrieval system. So in search strategies, it's commonly used in academic research, in literature reviews, in systematic reviews, and other information seeking contexts. So such strategies also help researchers to efficiently locate relevant sources and minimizing the risks of missing out important information during any research that one is doing or one is making. So there are basically 8 such strategies, but in the first video I'm going to take a look at 2 of them, and the other 2 will go to the next video up to the 4th video. So the components of a search strategy are, one of them is, we have the identification of key concepts. Number 2 is the selection of the search terms. And number 3 is the Boolean operators. Then we have the truncation and wildcards. We have the phrase searching, filters and limits. We have the database selection and the iterative process. So what I'm going to start with is what we call the identification of key concepts. So in the identification of key concepts, it normally involves the formation of the foundation of the research being made. During the identification of key concepts, a search question or a topic is broken down into main components that are used to do what we call the research. So you identify the key concepts or ideas to help focus the search and to make clarifications of the research scope, and to look for databases or the search engines. So in the identification of key concepts, I'll take an example of, like, when you're given to search about the effects of climate change in the agricultural productivity in Africa. So here, when we are trying to identify the key concepts, we shall cite out the keywords. So in this question of research, whereby we have the effects of climate change in agricultural production in Africa, so one of the key concepts that we have noted is climate change. The second one is agricultural productivity. And also the third one is maybe Africa, because we are trying to look at the effects of climate change in the agricultural production in Africa. So those are some of the key concepts or the keywords in that search question or topic. So the next thing I'll talk about is what we call the selection of the search terms. So during the selection of the search terms, we select, or it involves the selection of appropriate keywords, phrases, and synonyms that are related. Each key concept expand the scope of the research. You select those keywords or phrases or synonyms that are related to the question that you're given to make research in. So this will help you expand the concept or to expand the scope of the research. So it also involves authors using varying terminologies, synonyms, or alternative expressions that ensure comprehensive results. That's what you have in selection of what we call the key terms. So in the selection of the search terms or the key terms, I'll take an example of what we call, maybe you're given a question like like the concept of climate change. So here the synonyms or the search terms that are related to climate change can be maybe the global warming or environmental change. So related terms can be maybe climatic variability and maybe weather or alternative weather, like that. So those are some of the key terms or the search terms that you use when you're trying to make the research in this particular topic that you're given to do. So those are the two concepts or the two search strategies that I'll talk about in this video. So let's link up in the next video where I'll be talking about the Boolean operators and the truncation and wildcards. Thank you so much for listening and viewing. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Hope most of you understood the two main concepts that I've started with among the components of a search strategy, which is the identification of the key terms and the selection of such terms. Thank you so much for listening. Let's link up to the next video where I'll be talking about the Boolean operators, truncation, and wildcards. Let's link up next time. Thank you.